All right, you ready? Hi, I'm Terry. This is my co-host Eric and producer Chris. They are my audience for today. Thanks, guys.
Woohoo!
Stigmas have rarely served people well. Be it stigmas related to physical appearance, race, or ideology, they serve to undermine one side while lifting another as a more accurate truth. Irving Goffman, considered one of the most influential American sociologists of the 20th century, has interpreted stigma as a tool for tarnishing the way a person follows societal norms. In the case of community college, the expected norm, which holds little to no stigma, is that of a 4-year university experience. However, many community college students have found that their chosen path ends up saving them thousands of dollars and provides a viable work-life balance while offering smaller, more personable class sizes with qualified professors. Today, I'm going to snap that long-held stigma against the community college path and prove that it is the best choice for most students. Firstly, attending a local community college will almost always put a smaller dent in students' wallets. Mitchell and Kerr's 2019 U.S. News article covered some top reasons to attend a community college. They reported that the average tuition gap between universities and community colleges for in-state students was a bit over $6,000. This isn't even considering the average tuition for those arriving from another state. Those students pay $21,629 on average, and private tuition averaged out to over $35,000 per year. Additionally, Grace Chen, in her 2018 article, Why More Students Are Choosing Community Colleges Over Traditional Schools, discusses how students can even lower the cost to their advantage by dabbling in several career paths in those first 2 years. Not to mention that financial aid can cut down those payments even further at most community colleges. Most people would jump at the chance to save money, but it's ultimately up to the student to make a choice of prestige or one of frugality. Next, I'll discuss how community college lets part-time students balance their work and studies, since a large portion of these students are heading to work after class. As if school isn't stressful enough full-time, more often than not, community college students are working to pay off tuition, bills, support the family, or to prepare for their future transfer to a higher-cost university. In Beer and Bray's 2019 report titled The College Work Balancing Act, the author's conclusion states that 7 out of every 10 community college students work a job while going to school. Whether they are working jobs prior to enrollment or they're new to the workforce, these students have more freedom to work for savings now and education later with part-time status. Mitchell and Kerr, in their previously mentioned 2019 article, point out that other groups that community college are geared towards, such as parents or older students who support others financially while tending to their academic endeavors. Lastly, community college is the ideal option for most students with distinctively smaller, more personable courses to offer. It's no wonder four-year colleges have seen a drop in enrollment lately, down by 4.5% according to a 2021 Forbes article by Michael Neitzel. Undergrads are catching on to the cheat code of community college, which saves money while teaching effectively. The reason professors are effective isn't strictly credited to their qualifications. It extends to the class sizes, which Jean and Smith found in their 1979 meta-analysis to positively influence academic performance with groups of 20 or less. The effects were reported to be stronger with low-income students, a group whose typical options are either a community college, taking on massive debt at a 4-year, or earning a difficult scholarship or grant. Mitchell and Kerr also address the personable nature of community college class sizing in their 2019 article on top reasons to attend. They point out how learning at your own pace is more doable since one-on-one attention is significantly more accessible. There's a lesser-known result to this, and it's the relationships which are easier to form with professors. This access will make it much easier to gather letters of recommendation when you need some social proof for another school or a hopeful job. Now, I'm going to wrap this up and go over what we've just covered. The reason community college is best for most students isn't of singular nature. There is an overwhelming number of reasons applicable to students of all shapes and sizes. From saving money on tuition, room and board, to effectively smaller class sizes, more and more students are veering towards community colleges for their first 2 years, signaling a drop in 4-year undergrad enrollment as of recent. No matter the student's socioeconomic status, saving money is or should be a ubiquitous goal. These savings are especially helpful with those who juggle work and higher education, as many students are older and supporting others financially. This will also make it easier for part-time students who have financial obligations other than tuition and provide a more desirable work-life balance. Low-income students fall into a beneficiary of this as well and show more effective learning patterns with smaller class sizes, a distinctive trait of community college courses that I've mentioned quite heavily. Keep in mind that even those likely young students who don't work while in school will reap each of these benefits. They'll save money, learn more effectively, and be more able to balance obligations outside the classroom. It's time to consider the strengths of the community college, accept it as the best option for most students, and break this stigma which only tarnishes the chosen path of community college students. Yes.
You did so good.
Thanks.